Do you all remember Delin, that Chinese 81 kilo lifter who snatched 190 kilos off blocks, 15 kilos over the snatch world record held by his teammate Delin at 175 kilos? Because I just got confirmation that he will be competing at the Asian Championships, October 8th through 16th. It's about time that we saw him compete, because he's actually not competed at an international level yet. He's competed nationally a bunch of times. In fact, there's a great video of him going back and forth in 2020 with the other Lu Xiaojun. And Lu Xiaojun opens at 165, Delin does 66. Lu Xiaojun does 70, Delin does 71, and so on. And Delin actually out-snatches Lu Xiaojun in that competition. And since then, he's gone on to hit even bigger lifts. He has snatched 175 kilos in competition. He even snatched 180 kilos in competition, which is just insane. And actually is getting a little bit closer to a sort of direct comparison with the old snatch world record in the 77 kilo category. Of course, Lu Xiaojun hit 177 at 77. And so in the 81 kilo category, we're looking for someone to snatch somewhere around 180 kilos in competition. Right now, Lu Xiaojun's made up to 174 as an 81, Delin up to 175 kilos, and so it might be at this competition, finally, that we can see Delin hit 176 or something like that. It's going to be interesting to see how his training lifts and his national competition lifts actually sort of transfer over to an international meet where he's got these other athletes who, ultimately want his head. They want him to lose, they don't want him to do well. Whereas in a Chinese national competition, perhaps there's a little bit more sort of camaraderie, friendliness. Maybe they're not going back and forth too hard against each other. Perhaps they're not minuting each other like in an international competition. And then, of course, his training lifts are ridiculous. I mean, his most recent videos include a 170 kilo hang snatch double. I mean, if anyone from that 81 kilo category was to, hang snatch 170 for a single, we'd talk about it. I mean, we're looking at Carlos Nassar and Antonio Pizzolato snatching mid-70s, and that's as an 89 kilo lifter, and he's an 81. He also hit 180 kilos for a single from the hang snatch. He snatched it, like I said, in competition. That's 5 kilos over the world record. He powers 150 and 130 kilos like Delin hits those kind of lifts, and I've spoken a lot recently about how I think he's the best puller in the category. And then he block snatched 190 kilos. I mean, if you think about that 190, of course it's from blocks, so it doesn't count. And, we've seen some ridiculously big lifts from people off blocks. Klokov almost snatched 214 when the world record was 200 kilos. Ilya snatched 205 when his best in competition was 191, and he snatched 200 as a 94 when his best snatch was something like 186 kilos. So some people are just much better from the blocks. But the world record in the 96 kilo category, which is 2 categories up, is 187 kilos from Lesman Paredes, who will also be at this championships. Although I bet he can probably snatch like 200 off blocks, which is just staggering to think about. But 190 is so far above anything that we've even seen. We've not seen, obviously, 81s get there, or 89s, or 96s, or even 102s. It's only really once you get into that 109 category that we start seeing a few people snatching what 81 kilo Delin can actually make off blocks. And, he's not the best clean and jerker. He's a bit of a Rybakov, I suppose. He's not going to go in there and try and contend with, the top Chinese weightlifters in that category. He's not going to hit a 206 like Delin or a 207 like Lu. He's certainly not going to hit a 208 like Carlos Nassar, or even probably anything particularly over 200 kilos. But it's not like he can't clean and jerk 200 kilos. There's a good video of him in training hitting that. I imagine we're going to see him pushing mid-70s and then mid-90s, something like that. And whether that's enough to win or not, I don't know. But there's going to be a great battle, no doubt. So if you're interested in watching Delin, he competes on October 12th. But of course, the entirety of the Asian Championships is from the 8th through to the 16th of October. And Weightlifting House is the only place you can watch it. And it's live and on demand. It's a pretty historic thing for the Asian Championships to be broadcasted anywhere outside of Asia, and then to have it available sort of on demand and with English commentary from me and Max. And we've got an incredible setup out there. Is very cool. So if you're interested, the pay-per-view is available now. Tickets are down below. It's $15 for the entirety of the 20A sessions. Let me know if you think that Delin can actually out-snatch Delin's world record. Is it going to happen? Is it not? We'll find out at the Asian Championships. I'll see you there.